proving how Caitlin Clark got hurt.
Big breaking news out of the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark will be sidelined for at least 2 weeks.
Many WNBA fans are calling out the referee problem.
The referees literally turned their back.
A WNBA referee has just been suspended, and it's all because of shocking new footage linked to Caitlin Clark's injury that leaked only minutes ago. What this video reveals isn't just disturbing, it could be career-ending. Fans were already outraged by how Caitlin had been treated during recent games, but no one expected this. A high-definition courtside angle showing exactly what happened in the moments before her fall, and more importantly, what the referee failed to do. You can see it clearly, the elbow, the trip, the hesitation. And the ref just stands there, doing nothing. Like nothing happened, one insider said after viewing the footage. Now, the referee in question has been placed on immediate suspension, pending investigation while public outrage grows by the minute. Twitter is melting down, players are speaking out, and even WNBA legends are demanding answers. Was it just bad officiating or something intentional? And perhaps most chilling of all, what does this mean for Caitlin Clark's future on the court? This isn't just about a missed call anymore, it's about a league-wide scandal. Stay tuned, because what we're about to reveal will leave you stunned. If you've been following the WNBA this season, you already know Caitlin Clark's arrival wasn't just historic, it was controversial from the start. Her dominance in college made national headlines, and when she entered the league, all eyes were on her. But what no one predicted was how rough the transition would be. From her very first game, Caitlin's presence seemed to ignite tension, not just with opponents, but even with referees and fellow players. Hard fouls, suspicious no-calls, and growing whispers of bias have followed her every move. She doesn't get the same protection as others, one analyst said quietly on air last week. It's almost like they want to humble her. And now that quiet concern has exploded into a full-blown scandal, thanks to a single leaked video that everyone is talking about. But before we break down the footage itself, let's rewind the clock. In just the past 3 weeks, Caitlin Clark has endured a blatant elbow during a heated matchup that went uncalled, a trip during a fast break ignored by the refs, a hard fall that left her limping off the court while play continued as if nothing happened. Each of these moments sparked outrage online. Some fans called it targeting, others defended it as tough basketball. But here's the twist. Every time things got heated, the same referee's name kept surfacing, a veteran WNBA official with over 10 years of experience. Known for being strict and unapologetically old school, this ref is seen by some as one of the league's most consistent. Others, however, see them as part of a system that wasn't built for new stars like Caitlin. She's flashy, she talks, she's changing the game, and some of these refs, they don't like that, a former coach revealed anonymously. Still, many believed the drama would die down, until last night, when the leaked courtside footage hit social media. Recorded by someone sitting just feet from the court during Caitlin's last game, the now viral clip shows everything, frame by frame. Caitlin makes a clean move around a defender. A second player steps in late, delivering an elbow to her ribs. She stumbles, her foot twisting unnaturally as she tries to regain her balance.
It has been announced by the Indiana Fever that she will be out for 2
She rolls,
weeks
grabs her ankle, and cries out in pain.
A quad strain.
The referee
It
looks
is a new injury. This is not the injury
nothing.
that she was dealing with.
No whistle, no stoppage. Just stands there. It's like she was invisible, one fan tweeted, a post that racked up over 100,000 likes overnight. By morning, the footage was everywhere. Twitter, Reddit, ESPN forums, even celebrity Instagram stories. And the backlash was immediate. Fans demanded action. Former WNBA stars reposted the clip. Current players dropped subtle, powerful reactions. The kind that say more than words ever could. One post in particular grabbed headlines. "We can't grow the game if we're letting our stars get hurt like this. Accountability matters." A Candace Parker. Shortly after, the league responded. In a carefully worded statement, the WNBA confirmed that the referee involved had been placed on administrative suspension pending an internal review. But for fans and players alike, that wasn't enough. Because this isn't just about one game, or even one injury. It's about a pattern. A pattern where a rising star seems to be held to a different standard, or worse, targeted. And as the footage continues to spread, more people are asking the same question. How deep does this go? Did the league turn a blind eye to protect its own? Or is this just a mistake that's finally catching up to them? Either way, one thing is now clear. Caitlin Clark's injury was no accident, and the footage proves it. The clip had barely been online for an hour before the floodgates burst wide open. Caitlin Clark's name dominated every trending tab. Justice for Caitlin, WNBA scandal, protect our players. And then came the most unexpected voice in the chaos. Caitlin herself. No PR team, no polished statement, just Instagram Live. Eyes red. Voice shaking, but fierce. I didn't come into this league to be anybody's enemy, but I can't stay silent anymore. She didn't call out names. She didn't have to. Her tone said it all. The fear, the anger, the exhaustion from holding it in. When you fall and no one helps you up, not teammates, not refs, not the league, you start to ask yourself why you're even here. And then, she said something that changed everything. Someone in the locker room. Someone in the locker room told me not to expect fairness, Caitlin said, her voice steady but broken. They said, this league isn't ready for you yet. I didn't want to believe it. Now I do. The comment hit like a grenade. Social media exploded with speculation. Who told her that? A teammate,
roughed up,
a coach,
but the
a rival,
physical wear and
or
tear
worse,
on Caitlin Clark.
someone
I'm
from
not
inside
surprised
the league?
that 2 weeks into the
While
season,
fans scrambled
she's
to
already
identify
got
the voice behind the warning, a new twist emerged. A leaked audio message began making the rounds in group chats, Discord servers, and Reddit threads. In the short clip, a woman's voice is heard laughing, saying, "Let her learn the hard way. She wants to run the league. Let her crawl first." The tone was cold, mocking, and clearly personal. The voice sounded like a WNBA player. Maybe even one who had recently shared the court with Caitlin. No name was attached. The clip couldn't be confirmed, but the timing? Uncanny. Suddenly, this wasn't just a story about a suspended referee. It was a full-blown locker room war. Comments from fans and fellow athletes flooded in. That's not sisterhood, that's sabotage. The hate for Caitlin is crazy. She's not even been here a year. This is why the league struggles. It eats its own talent alive. Then came the twist no one saw coming. A former WNBA trainer, posting anonymously under a burner account on X, formerly Twitter, dropped a bombshell. Y'all are focused on the ref. But ask yourself this. Why did the league try to bury that footage before it leaked? Wait, what? The trainer followed up with a now-deleted thread that stunned fans. She alleged that the WNBA had access to multiple camera angles of the incident, including close-up views of the elbow and Caitlin's fall. Internal officials reviewed the footage, and then they chose not to penalize the player responsible. According to the thread, the referee involved was instructed mid-game to move on without calling a foul, to preserve game flow. They knew, and they tried to let it blow over, the trainer wrote. But someone leaked the fan footage before they could scrub it. That allegation reframed everything. This wasn't just negligence. It was deliberate silence, a cover-up, and the internet was having none of it. The thread had over 2 million views in under an hour. And suddenly, the WNBA wasn't just under fire for bad officiating. It was now being accused of a full-scale cover-up. Scrambling to contain the fallout, the league issued a follow-up statement. The WNBA is conducting a comprehensive review of officiating
Every
standards
single
and
game,
internal communication.
WNBA players,
We remain
fans,
committed to
coaches are
transparency
all
and player
complaining about
safety.
the referees, and they have
But it was
shown
too
that they're
late.
not going to change
The
anything
damage was
because the
already
referees
done.
continue to
Caitlin's fans were furious. Casual viewers, many who had tuned in just for the hype around her rookie season, were now calling the league toxic. Even veteran players began silently unfollowing WNBA accounts, a small but noticeable protest. And then the sponsors took notice. One major apparel brand reposted the viral footage with the caption, "We stand with athletes who deserve to feel safe doing what they love." Meanwhile, conspiracy theories exploded across social media. Was the referee pressured to stay silent? Did a rival player intentionally trip Caitlyn, knowing it wouldn't be called? And, most disturbing of all, did someone inside the league try to protect the aggressor instead of the victim? And suddenly, it didn't feel like an isolated incident anymore. Fans began digging. Old clips resurfaced, grainy phone videos, forgotten sideline angles. Moments where Caitlyn had taken hard hits with no whistle. Plays that had once seemed like tough defense now looked deeply suspicious. YouTube channels quickly uploaded hour-long breakdowns, the targeting of Caitlyn Clark, a timeline. Every missed call, proof the league doesn't protect its rising stars. One respected sports journalist put it bluntly, "This isn't about Caitlyn anymore. It's about how a league handles the pressure of going mainstream and what it's willing to sacrifice along the way." Then came the final blow of this chapter. A new clip dropped from the same game, showing the suspended referee laughing and joking with the player who elbowed Caitlyn. Just minutes after the incident, they were smiling, relaxed, sharing a moment courtside. Fans lost it. This is sick. She just hurt Caitlyn and y'all are over there buddy-buddy? Within 24 hours, a petition demanding the permanent suspension of the referee surpassed 250,000 signatures. And the league? Silent. No update, no apology, just silence, while the pressure built to a breaking point. Just when the WNBA might have hoped the storm would pass, the sky cracked wide open. A major celebrity entered the conversation, LeBron James, NBA royalty. He reposted the clip of Caitlyn Clark's fall with a single-word caption, "Unacceptable." That post alone racked up 5 million views in 20 minutes. Suddenly, this wasn't just a sports controversy anymore. It had become a nationwide cultural flashpoint. From TMZ to CNN, every media outlet picked it up. Talk shows, podcasts, late-night comedy, everyone was talking. "You mean to tell me," one late-night host joked, "the hottest star in the WNBA gets elbowed, no call, and the refs sipping tea courtside?" But then came the moment that truly made it impossible to ignore. Serena Williams. In a now viral Instagram story, she posted a black background with white text. "This is why so many women walk away from sports. They'll market your face, but won't protect your body." The quote hit like a hammer. Caitlyn's fans erupted. Finally, someone was saying the quiet part out loud, not just about Caitlyn, but about every A second leaked video surfaced, and it changed everything. Taken from another courtside phone, the footage captured a brief but chilling moment between Caitlyn and an unnamed teammate, just minutes before tip-off. Caitlyn, focused and stretching, appears calm. But as the teammate walks by, she leans in and mutters something. Caitlyn freezes. The audio was faint, but after
and as more and more eyeballs are watching this league, it becomes growingly an issue. The officiating feels you never have a true grasp.
The internet exploded. Was it a joke? A threat? A warning? Speculation turned to full-blown paranoia. Was this internal jealousy? A personal grudge? Or worse, team sabotage? Fans started digging, analyzing every past interaction between Caitlyn and the mysterious teammate. Old clips reemerged. Eye rolls, missed passes, cold shoulders. One viral Reddit thread titled, "Is Caitlyn being frozen out from the inside?" racked up 15,000 plus comments overnight. And just when things seemed to reach peak tension, the twist came. Not from a fan, but from someone on the inside. A former assistant coach from Caitlyn's team posted anonymously on a private sports forum. The message was simple, but damning. "You're all focused on the refs, but this started back in training camp. Caitlyn was iced out from day one. The league protects its vets, but some of them hate new attention." The post detailed how certain veterans resented Caitlyn's spotlight, how practices became increasingly hostile, how she was never really welcomed. Most shocking of all, the coach claimed that Caitlyn had filed an informal complaint with team staff before the season even began. but nothing happened. Suddenly, her injury didn't look like a random, unfortunate accident. It looked like the culmination of weeks, maybe months, of resentment, silence, and intentional neglect. One YouTuber put it plainly. They didn't just fail to protect her, they set her up to be humiliated. As that narrative caught fire, so did the outrage. Supporters rallied behind Caitlyn with hashtags like "Charge Justice for Clark," "Jari Stop the Sabotage," "Jari's Caitlyn Deserves," "Better on TikTok." Creators reenacted the leaked scenes, breaking down the ref's body language, the teammates' cold glare, the league's silence. Celebrities, influencers, even rival athletes weighed in. But amid all the noise, one voice had been notably silent. Until now. Caitlyn Clark's father finally spoke. He didn't release a press statement. He didn't sit for interviews. He posted on Facebook, raw, unfiltered, and heartbreakingly honest. "I taught my daughter to play fearless, to never back down. But when the people meant to protect you, let you fall. That's when real damage happens. This isn't just about basketball. This is about character." The post went viral within hours, comment sections filled with tears, fury, and disbelief. And then, a third video leaked. This time, it came from inside the locker room after the game. In the grainy, dimly lit footage, Caitlyn is seen sitting on a bench, head down, icing her ankle. The room is quiet, until a voice echoes in the Maituri background. The same voice from the courtside whisper, "Told you wouldn't last."
Caitlyn Clark was subject to several intentional fouls. There were some suspect calls at the end of that game, and a lot of people felt like the WNBA finals were actually...
The narrative shifted again, from Caitlyn got hurt to Caitlyn was targeted, and the league ignored it. The WNBA released yet another statement, but this one felt different. Cold, corporate, legal. "We are aware of the circulating footage. At this time, no further comment will be made pending formal investigation." But for fans and players, the damage was already done. That leaked locker room clip didn't just add fuel to the fire, it ignited a media inferno. By sunrise, our Stern Caitlyn was targeted was trending in 18 countries. Twitter X timelines were flooded with frame-by-frame breakdowns, side-by-side voice comparisons, heated debates on Reddit. Was this petty jealousy or a coordinated takedown? Meanwhile, on TikTok, previous footage of questionable plays against Caitlyn resurfaced like evidence in a trial. One clip showed a suspicious shoulder shove in a recent game. Another captured a teammate accidentally elbowing her during warm-ups. A third, now with over 10 million views, slowed down a moment when Caitlyn was completely ignored during a team timeout. The rest of the players huddled. She stood alone. The caption said it all. This wasn't an accident. It was a setup. Protect her at all costs. Even WNBA legends couldn't stay quiet. Lisa Leslie tweeted, "There's a difference between hazing and harm. This is harm." Shamik Holdsclaw reposted the locker room audio with the caption, "I've been in toxic locker rooms, but this is a new level." The WNBA community was no longer silent. Retired players, commentators, and current rookies began to weigh in. Many confirmed that the league's culture had long been hostile to newcomers, especially those who brought media attention and fan hype with them. But then, the industry itself began to crack. Nike made the first move. As one of the WNBA's largest sponsors, they updated their homepage overnight with a full-screen image of Caitlyn Clark, arms folded, face fierce. The slogan beneath, "Stand tall, even when they want you to fall." Subtle, powerful, direct. Nike wasn't just marketing. They were making a statement. Social media lit up with praise. Nike understood the assignment. This is more than branding. This is protection. They said what the league won't. And the ripple effect was immediate. Adidas posted a cryptic tweet, "Talent should never be punished." Puma followed hours later. "If you silence the future, the league has no voice." Suddenly, what started as a scandal over a missed call had evolved into a movement. And just as the pressure on the WNBA reached a boiling point, another bombshell was about to drop. Even NBA players began chiming in, and not just LeBron James. Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, and other stars posted messages of support. Durant tweeted, "Caitlyn deserves protection, not politics." During a live stream, Lillard was caught saying, "Some of these WNBA vets acting real insecure. Let the girl shine." That line alone set Instagram ablaze. Meanwhile, fans organized a powerful response, a virtual blackout. Thousands changed their profile pictures to a black and white photo of Caitlyn captioned simply, "She spoke, they ignored." Online petitions demanding a full public investigation surged. They called for suspension of the referee, involved enforcement of the WNBA player code of conduct regarding internal sabotage, full league transparency on complaints and investigations. The biggest petition gathered 1 million signatures in less than 24 hours. Even more shocking, some WNBA season ticket holders announced boycotts, pledging not to attend games until the league issued a full apology. "We supported this league for years, but we won't support one that tears its brightest stars apart," their statements read. Talk shows and political commentators soon picked up the story. The Breakfast Club, The View, and Bill Maher all ran segments dissecting the scandal. Maher, ever the provocateur, quipped, "The WNBA finally got the star. Power it always wanted, and now it's treating her like a virus." His comment sparked both laughter and debate, but the question lingered. Was the league ready for Caitlyn's spotlight, or was it trying to dim it by force? The story grew darker still. A verified sports journalist claimed in a now-deleted tweet that league insiders had known about the internal tension for months and did nothing. It's common knowledge Caitlyn was being iced. The elbow incident is just the first time the public saw it. Behind the scenes, it's been cold since day one. That tweet was screenshot over 50,000 times before deletion, making it impossible to erase. So where was the league in all this? Silent. No press conferences, no executive appearances, only canned statements and vague promises of internal reviews. The silence was deafening. Meanwhile, players like Aja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu stayed completely quiet, raising questions. Why won't any of them speak up? Are they part of the silence or just scared of it too? By now, one thing was clear. This wasn't just about Caitlyn anymore. It was about a system. A system where fame becomes a threat, where leadership turns its back and silence speaks louder than support. The world was watching, and they weren't going to let this go. Just when fans thought they'd heard it all, the story took an even darker turn. Just after midnight, a voice recording leaked to a shady Reddit thread titled, "Inside the Locker Room, the moment that should have ended careers." The audio was low quality, clearly recorded in secret, but what it revealed sent shockwaves across the sports world. The voice on the recording? None other than a WNBA veteran, known for her fierce reputation, league influence, and history of clashing with younger players. The recording began with a laugh. Then, "She's not one of us. I don't care what the cameras say. She ain't earned it. Let her get knocked down a few times, then we'll see what's left." Another voice chimed in, female, younger, but with a cold edge. "The league loves her. She's everywhere," the veteran responded sharply. "Exactly. And if they want to make her the face, she'd better learn what it costs." Those lines were all the internet needed. Immediately, Twitter went into code red mode. Speculation ran wild. Who was the veteran?
It should
Was
be
this
a
premeditated
wake-up call
bullying?
to the WNBA,
Was
the
Caitlyn
Players
Clark
Association, the
intentionally
team owners, that
not
just
just by
like that,
rivals,
all
but
this
by her own
fanfare,
teammates?
all this interest,
Reddit
all this
sleuths jumped into
newfound
action,
attention on the
dissecting the
league
voice
can
and comparing it to past interviews. One comment, with over 15,000 upvotes, claimed, "I matched tone, cadence, and slang. It's her." But the most disturbing part came at the very end of the clip, a final, barely audible yet undeniable quote. "Let the refs miss a few calls, she'll break eventually." That line hit like a bullet. The suggestion that officials might be complicit, even subtly, deepened the scandal into something far darker. This wasn't just locker room drama anymore. locker room drama? This was a potential conspiracy. Then came the league's biggest mistake yet. Instead of responding directly to the leaked audio, the WNBA's social media team disabled comments on their latest post, a highlight reel of an unrelated team's game. That was it. Fans went ballistic.
WNBA, Caitlin Clark.
They're hiding. You
is going to miss
silenced
the next
Caitlin,
2
now you
weeks
silence
with
us.
a
This
quad
league's
strain.
finished.
That would be 4 games.
Comments flooded
that
every
she is
WNBA
going to
page.
miss.
Sponsors were tagged relentlessly. Even the NBA's official account felt the backlash, with fans demanding justice. It was a digital mutiny. But just when things seemed to spiral out of control, Caitlin Clark finally broke her silence. Not through a PR team, not at a press conference. Just her, at home, hoodie on, no makeup, eyes red from tears. She went live on Instagram and said 5 words that shook every viewer to the core. I know what they did. She didn't elaborate. She didn't name names. She didn't cry. But looking straight into the camera, fire blazing in her voice, she declared, I came here to play, not to be broken. The chat exploded, hearts broke, and every viewer knew this was just the beginning. In that moment, Caitlin didn't just expose her pain. She declared war on the WNBA. They're running out of time to make it right. Something darker is still buried. Someone powerful is still hiding. And the next leak? It could destroy everything. So stay tuned, because what's coming next will shake the league to its core. Now, we want to know what you think. Was Caitlin Clark set up from the start? Is this rookie hazing gone too far, or something deeper, more orchestrated? Who's behind that voice recording? Is it just locker room talk, or a deliberate effort to push Caitlin out of the spotlight? If refs were involved, if teammates turned against her, if the league looked the other way, then this isn't just a scandal, it's a cover-up. Tell us in the comments, is Caitlin being punished for being too popular? Who do you think leaked the audio? Should the WNBA speak up, or is silence proof they're hiding something? And don't think for a second this story is over. Our sources are already digging into a second recording. This one allegedly between a coach and a league. Official. What's in it? Let's just say, if it's real, it could end careers. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because when the next tape drops, you'll want to be the first to hear it. Remember, the louder we get, the harder it is for them to silence the truth. This is more than basketball. Now, this is war inside the WNBA. We'll be watching, and we know you will too.
Clark is the driving force behind the interest in the Fever and the interest in the WNBA at large. As the Indiana Fever put out the report, the status update for the first preseason game against the Washington Mystics, and Caitlin Clark, the only player on it, listed as questionable with a left leg injury.